All right. So friends, listen, before explaining this timetable, I want to highlight one very important point. Okay. There are many people get excited that I want to crack the exam in 100 days. I want to crack the exam in 50 days or 60 days. But I always remember my words. This timetable will be applicable only to the students who are having the previous knowledge on the subject. And this is only applicable for the students who are already reading the concepts from previously only. And this is only applicable for the students who are following the classes regularly, either the live or the recorded. But if you are starting your preparation from today itself by considering this timetable, that is also possible. But when it is possible, listen every one of you. And all the students remember my words. First, I will explain till the end. You listen to me. Whether you belongs to the general category or you belongs to the OBC category, ST, SC or EWS, whatever the category it may be, I want you people to remember one very common point is that you have to do the self preparation apart from the classes. But I'll give you crystal clear idea how to do it. I know there are some PhD scholars are there, some research scholars are there, and some housewives are there, some college going students are also there. But remember my words very clearly. If you want to crack the exam, there is a no shortcut other than doing the hard work. So it is very important. You have to spend minimum 6 to 8 hours of self-study compulsory. See, actually in this 6 to 8 hours only, I am including the 3 hours of classes also. So apart from the 3 hours of classes, minimum you have to spend 5 hours dedicatedly. So on average, it is very important to spend 6 to 8 hours very, very dedicatedly. Whether you are going to college, whether you are working or housewife, everything is according to your convenience, friends. But I am requesting all the students to spend compulsory 6 to 8 hours, whether it's early morning or afternoon time or evening time. If you don't follow this, trust me, you can't qualify it. It's not about the discouragement, but our syllabus is that much. We have to read everything extremely depth. Then I will give you two type of a timetable. Either I will give you the timetable. One of the timetable is chapter wise. One of the timetable is topic wise. I will give you. Then in this 5 hours of study hour, where 3 hours you are attending the class and 5 hours you are doing the preparation, wherever you come across the tables, wherever you come across the diagrams, I encourage every one of you to make short notes or charts or a formula based or the tables. I will also tell you how to make it right now only. Now, every single day, every single day, it is very important. You have to practice part B as well as the part C questions compulsory. Minimum 20 part B and minimum 20 part C. But I know very well, most of the students won't find the quality amount of the time for the preparation. So what I will do is I will only solve part B questions. I will only solve the part C questions from every single unit on a daily basis from the March 10th onwards. You people only, just watch the recorded and practice the questions whichever I am solving for all of you. Nothing else is required. Okay. So we will keep the target of minimum 1,000 questions, only practice questions. Apart from this, we will keep the target of mock tests also. In the mock test, easily we will get another 1,000 questions. So with the 2,000 questions, you can, confidently can face the exam without having any hurdles. Now let's start. So whatever the category it may be, doesn't matter. Even though you're a general category student, if you want to qualify the exam, remember, you have to prepare compulsory for 100 days, sorry, 10 chapters, compulsory 10 chapters. Even though you study 9 chapters, I can't give you the guarantee that you will qualify the exam. If you want to qualify, first listen to me patiently. You have to read 1 to 10, 10 units compulsory. And what are those 10 units? 1 to 6 units, you should not leave under any circumstances. Because an example, some students are from, MBBS background. Some students are pure microbiology. Some students are pure biotechnology, pure botany, pure zoology. It doesn't matter to me, whatever the background you may belongs to in your MSc, it is very, very important that every single student has to read this 6 units compulsory for the exam. If you are missing any one of this unit, blindly believe in my words, you are not qualifying the exam. Okay, they are very crucial units you have to, because crucial plus scoring units. Then unit 8 compulsory, unit 10 compulsory, unit 13 compulsory. So friends, unit 1 to 6, unit 8, unit 10, unit 13. If you want to qualify the exam, these 9 units are mandated. Then I told you minimum 10 units you have to read, but if you are having a patience that you can read more units by working extremely hard, I can tell you 11 units also. So among the 7th unit, 11th unit, 12th unit, 9th unit, you choose any one of the unit. Suppose you are from a zoology background, if you are having a confidence that you can do the human physiology, choose only human physiology. But if you feel that I can't do this human physiology, evolution is easy for me, you do that evolution. And either diversity of life forms or the applied biology, it everything depends on you. However you choose the topic, however you choose it, it depends on you. But I don't encourage you to skip any one unit among these 9 units. Unit 8, 10, 13, as well as unit 1 to 6. You got the point very correctly. Now I will give you two kinds of a timetable. One is unit wise timetable, then the second one is day wise timetable. I will tell you first unit wise timetable. Listen, I encourage every one of you, you see yourself, whichever you can fit into that particular timetable only you follow, whichever you fit into that specific timetable, follow it. But I will tell you both. First listen to me. We have 100 days. Mostly friends, our exam of CSIR NET Life Sciences will happen June 3rd week. Mostly it is in the June 3rd week. Okay. For the people who are writing the AP set exam, syllabus is absolutely same, but your exam will happen April ending or the May. Okay. Whomever, the people who are covering in 100 days, you people has to cover it in 50 days. So it's a really challenging situation. Now, in this 100 days, what my suggestion to all of you, 10 units is our target. 10 units is our target. And 10 units, each unit, 10 days. 10 days for each unit. And what is the average number of hours that you have to study in every single day? Minimum 5, maximum 6, apart from the classrooms, apart from the classes, which means per single unit, we are having 50 hours of minimum and 60 hours of maximum. 50 hours of minimum as well as the 60 hours of the maximum. It is very important. I want you to focus on this. Now you listen. Now I am going to tell to all the students how to read a unit. This is very crucial right now. So let's consider 10 days. We are focusing on a single unit. How many hours we are having every single day? Every single day, we are having the 6 hours in our hand. You got that point. Now I am going to tell you how to read the unit. Suppose example, I am telling to all of you how to read biochemistry. Listen everyone, listen everyone. How to read the biochemistry. Now all the students, listen to me. I already told you friends, among all the units, biochemistry is the toughest unit. I can say that the biochemistry is the unit you have to read extremely depth. The more depth you read, more easily you answer the question. The less depth you read, you can't answer a single question also. Now let's see how. If you look into the CSIR NET Life Sciences, average marks I always considered. Average marks 24 to 30 marks we will get. So 24 marks you are going to get from this particular unit compulsory. And if you take any set exam, whether it's a Maharashtra set, AP set, Telangana set, Tamil Nadu set, whatever the set it may be, an average of 6 to 8 questions compulsory will appear in the chapter of biochemistry. Now, this biochemistry is a very vast unit. How to read this unit in the short span? Now, listen. Whether it is the CSIR or in the set exam, all the students listen. What is the total number of questions that we will get? We get the total number of questions, that is 6 to 8 questions in the question paper. This is very clear for us. And Once we analyze every single previous year paper very thoroughly, what we can observe that there are certain topics where the question was repeated on daily basis. I'm sorry, on every paper, every single paper, the question will be repeated. What are those topics? I have highlighted them. Listen them. I have highlighted those topics. See, I told to all of you, friends, 6 to 8 questions we are getting in the paper. So carbohydrate metabolism, we are getting 2 questions. Amino acid, we are getting 1 questions. Protein, we are getting 1 to 2 questions. Enzymes, we are getting 1 to 2 questions. Numerical problems, we are getting 1 question. Lipid or lipid chemist, we are getting 1 question. Nucleic acids, we are getting 1 question. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. So I have listed 10 questions. Out of that, you can get the questions, 6 to 8 questions very, very surely. Now you listen. Now I will summarize. Suppose example, if I am in your position, how I will read? How I will read if I am in your position. Now I am having 10 days in my hands. Now I have segregated all the topics. I know what to study. I have in the entire biochemistry, carbohydrate metabolism is big topic, proteins is big topic, enzymes is big topic. Apart from these three topics, remaining all are small topics only. So which can be covered very easily. So now you listen how I am going to segregate it. Now for the entire carbohydrate metabolism, I will keep 2 days. For entire proteins, I will keep 2 days. Entire enzymes, I will keep 2 days. Remaining all the units, all the subunits, I will finish it in only 4 days. That will take less than 4 days only. Now, friends, see, listen. For the carbohydrate metabolism, there are 8 subtopics that I have to cover. I have how many hours are there? 10 hours minimum in a day. I'm sorry, in 2 days, maximum of 12 hours because for every day I'm considering 5 to 6 hours. So now you see how I'm going to do. See, suppose I have 8 topics. Now what I will do, 4 topics I will segregate for one day. So one day I will segregate 4 topics and second day I will segregate 4 topics. It makes me so simple. Now you only try to understand. So in order to read the glycolysis, glycogenesis, glycogenolysis, gluconeogenesis, you only know very well. So let's take one day. It will hardly take me for 2 hours. Hardly takes me for 2 hours just to read these 4. But then why I kept 5 hours? Now you listen, all the students. Whenever you do the 2 hours of revision, what is your work? 1 hour, sorry, 2 hours, you first only focus on study hour. Read everything. If you feel like you have to make any tables, if you feel like you have to make any flow chart, make in this 2 hours itself. And very important, 1 hour you have to do the revision. Again, all the students remember, revision is the mother of learning. Always remember, revision is the mother of learning. The more number of times you revise, more expert you become, more information you can remember. Because in the CSIR and SET exam, you people has to remember most of the information. How can you remember the information when you keep on doing the revision? When you keep on doing the revision, then only you can remember the information. So what I will do whenever I am doing the revision, see, I am telling about my situation. When I was doing the revision, I never ever touch the book. I don't even see the book also. I don't even see the book. Immediately I'll come out from the study hour room. I will stand somewhere, otherwise I will sit somewhere. Whatever the information that I have covered in the 2 hours, I will always visualize it. This is called as a perfect revision, because I told to all the students hundreds of times, your brain always remember images. Your brain never remember even a single text also. It never remember. If I ask you a question, simple question, please remember your mother. Will you recall the picture of your mother or will you recall the text of mother? Undoubtedly, you will recall the picture of your mother. Your mother picture immediately comes into the brain. Similarly, same thing will happen when we are studying also. So what I will do in this 1 hour revision, whatever the preparation I have done for the 2 hours, I will just recall. See, because I have made some pictures, I have made some flowcharts, I have made some tables. I will quickly recall every single table, whatever I have done. And you know, right, how to make the table because I have clearly explained it in the glycolysis. What to study in the glycolysis? Just 10 steps of the glycolysis, where you have to focus on the regulatory enzyme, glycogenesis pathway, glycogenolysis pathway, gluconeogenesis pathway, and enzymes. So all are pathways only you can remember so easily in the form of a picture. Now, still, I have a 2 hours left out. You know what I will do? 1 hour. Remember my words. 1 hour, I will put my entire efforts on PYQ. And 1 hour, what is my effort? 1 hour, my effort is, every one of you remember, practice questions. And you people, please, no need to worry about anything. I will only solve the PYQ. I will only solve the practice questions also. What is your goal? At least you have to watch the video. At least you have to attend the live. I don't encourage any one of you. If you are having a work, please go through the recorded only because it is hardly half an hour or 45 minutes session only. So I will do the PYQ exactly concept wise. Exactly concept wise, I will do it. Suppose you finished the carbohydrate metabolism in 2 days, just come to this PYQ session, which I will make it. You just watch it. That's all. And whatever the previous practice questions that I have done on this entire carbohydrate metabolism, you come and do it. As a result, friends, within 2 days, you will get enough confidence on this particular topic because you are solving the PYQ, you are solving the practice question. Again, some students will do the wrong strategy. They will do the practice questions first, then they will come to the PYQs next. Never ever do that. Never ever do that. Always remember, first is PYQ is the highest priority. Then the second one is the practice questions. There is no need to get confused with that particular point. No need to get confused. First PYQ is highest priority. Practice questions is the second priority because practice question, whatever the book we may read, they have made those practice questions once and they will be keep on updating. But if you look into our PYQ, every time it is a new question. Every time the way they will do is entirely different. That is the reason you should give the highest preference to the PYQ. You no need to take stress. I will do the PYQ. I will solve the practice question. Your job is to watch very dedicatedly and very sincerely. Now, I have told to all of you, out of 5 hours, you have to do the 2 hours of study hour. Now, how to do this? Now, again, some students having a confusion. Sir, how should I do it? I have never studied any topic. This is the first time I'm studying. What you have to do it? You have to keep the PPT with you. Once you keep the PPT with you and read the book. Book is your wish. If you want to read the standard reference book, read it. I highly appreciate that. If you can't read Pathfinder book or read XYZ book, any book, it is fine. See, because all the PPT are prepared from the many standard reference book. Hence, I encourage you keep the PPT and read any book of your choice. Your choice. Because PPT itself cover most of the information. Whatever the information present in the PPT, read that information only in the book. But in the book, if you find any extra table, any extra graphical information, I want you to read compulsory that extra information without fail. This is how you have to read every single day. And trust me, you have to believe me, if you really put 6 hours of a dedicated preparation every single day for the span of 100 days, mark my words, your preparation hours are 600. Mark my words, even though you are a poor student, even though you are extremely poor in the knowledge, you will qualify the exam. If you really dedicatedly do this. But some students, what they will do, they'll prepare very dedicatedly for 15 days. They'll give the gap of 15 days. This kind of students never work. And some students will read 3 months dedicatedly, last 1 month they will leave it. These students also never qualify. So the student who are reading 100 days very dedicatedly by thinking every single day is a last day, those students only will come into the exam. Those students only will qualify. The reason is in our exam 1% only intelligence is required, 99% is hard work. Why? Because our syllabus is vast. The information to be remembered is extremely vast. Hence, you have to focus on remembering maximum amount of information. Suppose next day, I have kept 2 days for the amino acid. See how I will do the 2 days of amino acids. So simply I will do it the 2 days of amino acid. One single day, I will only allocate to the numericals. One single day, only I will allocate numericals. That is 5 hours. What you have to do in this 5 hours? First, you try to understand the formulas which we used to calculate the numerical. 1 hour you watch the PYQ session on amino acid. 1 hour you watch the practice question session on the amino acid. Enough. Then remaining one day, I want you to remember the theoretical information, which is the characteristic based information. Which amino acid undergo the phosphorylation, which amino acid undergo the acetylation, which amino acid is involved in the nucleophilic attack, which we already studied very, very clearly in our lessons. That you do it. Same way you do for the protein. How to read it whenever I'm teaching that topic, I will tell you. Same thing with the enzymes. This is how you have to read a single unit. For every unit, I will give you this PPT. I will give you this PPT. In this PPT, it will be specially mentioned which topics are very important for every unit. Again, I'm telling you, listen, quickly listen. I told to all the students, in every lesson, we have 6 to 8 questions are coming. So for the 6 to 10 questions, sorry, 6 to 8 questions, from every unit, I have chosen 10 topics. Now, what is your highest goal? Your highest goal is to complete this 10 topic in the span of 10 days. So completing 10 topics in the span of 10 days, it is very easy. Even though you're a beginner, you can do it. So don't read everything. If you're reading everything, you're wasting your valuable time. You have to read the topic which are extremely important for the exam. If it is not important, what is the point of reading that? Only focus on important topic. For every unit, I kept it. This is one way of preparing the exam. I'm summarizing it. We have 100 days of target. In that, we have to do the 10 days for every single unit. You got the point. So now what you have to do it, for one unit, you have 10 days. For one unit, minimum of 5 to 6 hours. So in that, 2 hours study hour, 1 hour revision, 1 to 2 hours PYQ plus practice questions. This is our ultimate strategy for every single unit that we have to follow. There is no need to get confused with that. Yes, we got this. No more confusion. This is one way of preparation. Now there is another way of preparation. Some students will say that, sir, for me it is very difficult. I can't read the biochemistry because from my masters, I always feel this unit as a very difficult unit. So what should I do? Some people will say that for me, plant physiology is extremely difficult. I came from the zoology background. Some people will say that I am from a biotechnology background. I don't understand this plant physiology. I never read the developmental biology topic also. For what is the second strategy for you people? Now, this 100 days, I have divided into different topics. Total of 91 topics are coming. This 100 days, 91 topics are coming. So per day, you have to remember, you have to read only one topic. That's all. So what is your goal here? Remember my words, without attending the classes, you can't understand even a single topic also. Okay. You can't understand a single topic also. What you have to do, first point is that attending my 3 hours or 2 hours of classes, whichever is there, mandatory. Now you see what I have done. Instead of reading all the units, suppose I kept 10 days, only one unit I kept. That in the first plan. In the second plan, I have changed it. See, I kept 10 days for 2 units. In that, what I have done, you see this. One day, one unit topic you are covering. Second day, you are not going to touch that same unit. Second day, you are going to do the another unit. Third day, again, the unit which you have repeated first day. Again, fourth day, the unit which you have repeated on the second day. This is also very easy timetable. This will make you, less, less stress. But listen, the students who are writing the first time CSIR exam, first time, I encourage you to prepare this. The second timetable, the people who are writing the CSIR exam second time or third time, or the repeaters, I encourage all of you, you keep the point of 10 days, 10 units. That's 10 days, 1 unit, because you have to become super expert in every unit, because it is a second time for you. But the people who are reading very first time, who are giving the exam very first time, this is the wonderful timetable. See what I have done in the unit 1. I kept only carbohydrate metabolism. So your goal is, in one single day, you have 4 to 5 hours of time only to read the carbohydrate metabolism. Read the metabolism, solve the practice questions, solve the PYQ questions. You don't need to do it. You have to watch the videos and practice that. Second day, what I have done, see, second day, cell biology I kept. In the cell biology also, I did not keep the complete unit. In the cell biology also, I kept only one topic. Not even one subunit. Okay. I have not even kept one subunit. I have just kept one topic, cell membrane structure and function. That's all. So only the topic of cell membrane you have to read for the span of 5 days. Sorry, 5 hours. If you read one topic for 5 hours with practice, trust me, you will become super expert in the topic. Now in the next one, next third day, I kept amino acid and proteins 1. And so amino acid and proteins 1, how many days I kept? You see that? 2 days I kept, which means how many hours you are having? 10 hours you are having. So again, you bifurcate into 5 hours and 5 hours. And see, in the 91 topic, I have covered all the 13 units, but how I covered, you see this. See, I kept unit 1 and unit 2 here. Why did I kept unit 1 and 2 here? The reason is unit 2 is the easiest unit. Unit 1 is the toughest unit. That is the reason only I kept unit 1 and unit 2 together. Later, you see what is the unit I kept. After the unit 2 is over, again for the unit 1 and unit 4 I merged. Why? Because unit 1 is difficult, unit 4 is conceptual. Compared to the unit 1, it is easy. Now again, later what I have done, you see that unit 8 genetics I kept, unit 3 molecular biology I kept. Why I kept unit 8 and 3? Because genetics is purely conceptual. Molecular biology is purely conceptual. But compared to the genetics, in the molecular biology, most of the amount of information to be remembered. That's why one is purely conceptual. Here you have to use the brain. That's all. No point of remembering so much of information. But unit 3, you have to use the brain. At the same time, you have to memorize also. So that's why one tough unit, one easy unit. That is how I kept. And it is not applicable for every student. You know, right? Which unit is very easy for you, which unit is difficult for you. But I consider this timetable by keeping the mind of an average student. This is easily applicable. Now you see the next what I have done. Next, I kept human physiology as well as the immunology. Some students will feel extreme difficulty of immunology. Some students will feel extreme easy of human physiology. So one easy unit, one difficult unit. Then I kept developmental biology, which is a very tough unit for biotechnology students, the students from medicinal background, the students from core botany, the students from core biotechnology, the students from core microbiology. For them, it is one of the difficult unit. Which one? Developmental biology. And along with the developmental biology, I kept the topic called as ecology. Ecology is easy. Everything is memorized. Here, developmental biology, conceptual plus memorized. But when it comes to the ecology, 80% should be memorized. Only 20% will be the conceptual. So I have designed this in such a way that where you are going to cover one difficult topic as well as one easy topic. Later, what I have done again, I kept evolution, unit 11, which is completely a rigid topic. And in that, I have included unit 12 and unit 6. Every student know unit 6 is the tough unit, unit 12 is the easy unit, unit 11 is the rigid unit. What is the meaning of a word called as a rigid unit? You can't get this unit very easily. You require 2 to 3 revisions. Doesn't mean that this unit is a difficult unit. This unit is easy unit, fixed number of questions we will get in the exam, but you have to revise multiple times. If you look into the 12 applied biology, that I will tell you, it is so easy. Trust me, if you spend 4 days of time, the entire unit will be covered, entire unit. But plant physiology is not at all like that. You have to spend a minimum of 6 to 7 days very dedicatedly on this kind of units. That's why unit 12 is easy unit, unit 6 is difficult unit. That's why we merged those two. So one day unit 6, one day unit 12. Then you never become stressed and you can easily crack that particular lesson. Then later, last unit, I kept unit 13. Why we cannot merge unit 13 with anyone? Why we cannot merge with unit 13 with anyone? Because unit 13 is entirely different. It is purely techniques. So every student should have a wonderful understanding of the techniques. Because friends, 90% of our CSIR exam or the set exam, we get the questions from application based, principle based, or experimental based. These are the only three ways that we can expect the question from here. Application based, what we can say, graphical or experimental. Always remember that compulsory. Okay. They're very, very easy only. Okay. But when the experimental based questions come, it will become difficult. Now, according to my knowledge, we have completed molecular biology. We have completed plant physiology. Is it? We are doing biochemistry. We are doing the cell biology, as well as we are about to finish the genetics also. I have completed 5 units very clearly. And I told to all the students how to read every unit, every subunit in these 5. Now, whenever I am teaching other unit, maximum by March 7th or 8th, all the units will be completed. Whenever I am starting the new unit, then only I will tell you how many number of marks will we can expect from that unit. Right now, however, I told you what is the most important topic from that unit, how to read that unit in the span of 10 days. I will explain that. Now, you people will decide whether you have to follow the timetable, plan 1 or the plan 2. But the people who are reading very first time, I encourage you to follow this 100 days timetable of 91 topics. But the people who are repeaters, for you it is very crucial. You have to focus on compulsory 10 days, 1 unit. Why? Because you have to read in such a way that you should not leave any topic over there. But the people who are reading very first time, because I know first time it is very difficult to understand the depth of the concept also. You require the multiple practices also. For that time, you use this second timetable. So only one topic per day. That's all. Only one topic per day, 5 hours of time. You can revise it, you can read it, as well as you can solve the question also. What I am saying, you can read it, you can revise it, and you can solve the question also. Now, last time also I told to many students, please make your own timetable and show to me. Okay. Out of 40, 50 people, hardly 5, 6 people has shown it. See, it doesn't matter whether you show it or not to me, but it is mandatory that I want you to make your own timetable. Having own strategic timetable is extremely important. If you do not have the timetable, if you start reading randomly for the competitive exam, mark my words, we never crack it. Having a strict timetable is very important, and executing the timetable is very important. Don't post in the group, post it separately in the chat. Very shortly, I will see everyone timetable and I will suggest necessary changes to require, because there are housewives are there are research scholars are there are working people are there. You people make your timetable according to your convenience and show to me. If any modifications are there, I will help you in terms of modification. Now, when you are preparing, 3 things are important. What are those 3 things? First is books are very important. Okay. Second one is PYQ is important. Third one is practice questions are important. Then the most important thing, knowledge on the concept. Okay. I will tell you the direct, the type of students right now. Type of students, they really don't know even what is the syllabus of the exam also. They don't know what books to be followed also. What they will do, they will directly go to they will keep on asking the people, send me the PYQ paper, send me the practice questions. I will practice the questions. They will think that they will qualify the exam. I will tell you the percentage of qualifying this kind of people are 0.1%. There is a second category people are there. What is this second category people? They are having extreme knowledge on the subject. They will read the books very well. They are having wonderful knowledge on the subject, but they never follow the PYQ. They never solve the practice question. Hardly 1 to 2% of the people will qualify the exam, even though you are having a knowledge. Now, what is the category of people that will qualify the exam 100%? First, very important, having a conceptual knowledge on the subject. Why I will always repeat the question from conceptual knowledge? I'm giving you an example to all of you. Immunology, developmental biology, techniques, biochemistry, plant physiology. For them, you no need to do hundreds of practice questions. You don't need to do hundreds of practice questions. What do you have to do? You have to have a very good knowledge on the subject. Let's take an example, immunology. There is a complex called as MHC complex, major histocompatibility complex. There is a concept called as antibodies. Even though you read hundreds of time, if you don't have the knowledge on that particular concept, there is no point of reading them. First, you have to understand what are these MHC complexes. What are the different type of MHC complexes? Complex 1, complex 2, complex 3. What is their structure? How structure is different from one to other? What is their functions? What kind of drug can inhibit them? What is their exact role? That's all. This is what concept. It is not to remember. If you look into the biochemistry, if you are reading the amino acid, what you can read in the remember in the amino acid, only you will remember the classification. Remaining, calculating pH, pKa, pi, everything is what knowledge. So in any competitive exam, especially CSIR and set exam, blindly remember my words. 70% of the questions you can crack in the exam only with the subject knowledge. So this 70% you have to add the 30% of practicing the questions. But let me tell you right now. Now, if you look into the chapter like ecology, if you look into the chapter like evolution, if you look into the chapter like human physiology, if you look into the chapter like applied biology, here you have to spend your brain only 10%. What about remaining 90%? Remaining 90% you have to memorize. The more you memorize the information, more easily you can answer the question, because the questions are coming from the memory based. The questions are from matching. The questions are in the form of table or a graph, which is exclusively based on the memory based only. So if you want to crack the exam 100%, remember my words. First strategy is having extreme knowledge on the subject. What is the meaning of having extreme knowledge on the subject? Which is called as application knowledge. When I say that, some student will tell me, sir, I read the concept completely. They will say that, sir, I read the glycolysis complex concept completely. If you ask me anything from the glycolysis, I can tell you very clearly. But when it comes to the question, I can't solve it. Why? Why the people are saying that? Because they are not applying their knowledge on the given concept. Reading is different. Revising is different. Application of knowledge is entirely different. How you will get to know whether you are applying your knowledge or not? That you will get to know when you are solving the question. So to avoid all this confusion, as I promised, I will only solve the PYQ question. I will only solve the practice question. What you have to do is, once the session is over, you have to revise them. You have to practice again. You have to understand where the mistake is happening. That is the only thing you have to do. So what is the final strategy, friends? Remember, first and simple strategy. First is reading of 2 hours, revision of 1 hour, revision of 1 hour, practicing of 2 hours. If you want to read or revise or practice, what is important first? Knowledge on the concept is very important. How you get this knowledge? You will get the knowledge from the teachers as well as the books that you follow. Now, when it comes to the book, Again, I used to observe people keep on referring 2 books, 4 books, 5 books. At the end, they won't crack the exam hole. I am telling you blindly, okay, I'm telling you, you have to remember me. Remember this. Unit 1, Unit 4, Unit 5, Unit 8, Unit 1, Unit 4, Unit 5, Unit 8, Unit 13. You no need to touch the book. Any book also you don't touch. Don't touch the book. Whatever the PPT is there, every single slide, you focus on every single slide, every single point, and practice the questions which I will only solve. When it comes to the Unit 2, Unit 6, Unit 7, Unit 10, Unit 11, for this, what you have to do is, here I can tell that PPTs are 100% sufficient. Here I don't use the word 100%, I can use the word 80%. Why? Because they are informative based, where there is a lot of information to be remembered in the form of table, in the form of text images, or in the form of images itself. So for that, it is important for that extra 20% you have to refer the book, because in the book, new updated information is there, which not there in the PPT also. But I will add maximum amount of information. But for the extra information, I want you to read that. Don't read multiple books. One is PPT. It is important for you. After the PPT, because PPT I will only take from the standard reference books of 4 to 5, not at all 1 or not at all 2. Second point, either Pathfinder book. Why I always suggest the Pathfinder book is, there are many publications are there in the market. Everyone will say that our publication is good, XYZ publication is good, because that is the strategy of the marketing. Now, what I will tell you is, whomever prepared the book in the market, they actually prepared by the standard reference book only. Whatever the information present in the standard reference book, they concised, they precised according to the convenience. So among all those, Pathfinder book is one of the promising book, okay, which contain the information in a simple language. I don't say that the maximum information, okay. I will say that the information is present in a simple language. That's why I will encourage you, read the PPT and Pathfinder once. But extra, whichever is not there in the Pathfinder, that will be there in the slides. That you always remember this book. Always follow this. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? No, I am not restricting that you have to do Pathfinder only. You can do XYZ publication, whichever you like, whichever you feel to study, it is easy. You can do anything. Okay. But PPT and Pathfinder, I encourage. Okay. But PPT is always mandatory, because the information which I kept in the book, in the PPT won't be there in any other book, the extra information. So that is how you have to read it. And it is not the matter of discouragement, but I'm telling you last and final time, if you want to crack any competitive exam, minimum 100 days, minimum, I'm using the word minimum, okay? Maximum 180 days is required for an idealized preparation. If you think that, yes, let me crack the exam in 100 days, I can proudly say that many of our batch students cracked the exam in 100 days, many of the batch students. But they prepared 7 hours, they prepared 8 hours, they prepared 10 hours. But you have to decide how many hours you are going to prepare. Okay. See, my job is to providing you wonderful knowledge and helping you in every step of your preparation. Your job is to work hard and extremely preparing well. Okay. Now itself, I am asking you one thing for the CSR and set people. Now you confirm me only one common point. If you don't read, friends, you can't get it. Okay. And until you people qualify the exam, I never leave any one of you. You remember these words correctly. Okay. See, because whomever the people who qualified with greater ranks in all India, many people are used to give up in the second attempt. But you trust me, if you're really passionate, I never leave any one of you until you crack the exam. So you have to make up your mindset in such a way that, first of all, most important thing, most important thing, you have to stop being overconfident about your preparation. Stop being overconfident. The moment you are overconfident, you never crack the exam. It is impossible. Some students will think that when I ask a question that They will think that I already know the answer. Why should I say once again in the classroom? These kind of mindset will come. Those kind of people never qualify exam, friends. Overconfidence always kills the success. See, no one should have this overconfidence. You should always think that, see, there is a great quote, you know, right? Known is only a drop. Whatever you known is only a drop. What about the unknown? Unknown is ocean. Known is a drop and unknown is ocean. So never think that I know everything. Now, see, I also know the concept, right? I am teaching to all of you the same concept 30 to 40 times I'm teaching for many batches, one single concept. But still I feel the way they raise the question in the exam is entirely different. So for that reason, you have to believe that I have to get more knowledge on the subject. Stop being overconfident on your preparation. Always be obedient when you are learning a specific concept. Focus on gaining maximum concept. Okay. All right. That's all for now. Now, please, every one of you, please respond me. I will do only, see, because minimum 2 hours, maximum 3 hours of classes are very, very common for you. Okay. And now you tell me, you have to tell me which is the idealized time for all of you to attend the PYQ session or the practice session, which will happen via YouTube. Okay. I will tell you, this is mostly half an hour session only. That's all. Only half an hour session, because I will do this on a daily basis, which is of single 30 minutes only. Suppose example, we have completed the carbohydrate metabolism. All the carbohydrate metabolism practice question, PYQs will be done in 30 minutes only. Hardly we have 15 questions. That's all. Now, practice questions on that topic also will happen in 30 minutes only. Now, you tell me, see, in my busy schedule, I am having only one time that is a suitable time, that is 10 to 11 p.m. This is the only time that I am having right now, because I am occupied from morning 5 a.m. itself. So if everyone is ready, I will conduct the live. But if you feel you can't attend this, what I will do is I will record the session. You will get the video sharp 11 p.m. in the YouTube. Okay. I will upload at 11 p.m. sharp. You can access everything easily. From 11 p.m. it will be in the, available in the YouTube. Okay. That you can easily watch it. This we will do it. Okay. All right. All right. Now, after this, I will provide you the 100 days timetable also, day wise and month wise, what topics we are going to complete. That also I will provide. Now, I'm requesting all the students to ask me the questions, any kind of a doubt. Don't think whether it's a silly doubt or what doubt, please ask. And again, I am telling you, I am not here, to discourage anyone, but I'm telling you, if you don't read, in a dedicated manner, you can't crack the exam. Even though you are a research scholar, even though you're a housewife, even though you're a working person, it is very important, friends. You have to work extremely harder. That is only important here. Okay. Because my knowledge will help you to understand the concept. Your hard work only will give you the success. That you remember in your mind. If you don't read, especially this is what I'm telling to all of you, it is not at all about the motivation. I'm telling you, it is the reality in life. So if you don't read 6 to 8 hours, and if you ask me at the end, can I crack the exam within 50 days? If I start reading 12 hours in a day, blindly mark my words, you never qualify it. So you require minimum 100 days of consistent preparation. And always read in the form of a charts, tables, images will help you a lot. And follow the part B and part C questions with a thorough practice. Then undoubtedly you can crack it. Okay, friends, that's all for now. I will share the recorded also. Don't worry, whomever missed it. Is it clear, everyone? Or anyone having any kind of a doubts, you ask me. Please ask me. Any doubt, don't worry. Even you can talk personally in the chat. Very surely I will help you. Okay. You work hard enough, don't worry about the success or failure. You work hard, you will succeed for sure. It takes time. All right. All right. I hope the discussion is little useful to all of you. I'm going to share the entire PPT too with PPT with all of you. App also Mumpy, but mostly in the YouTube I will upload. Okay, it's a just 30-minute session only, no? Mostly in the YouTube only. YouTube. Okay. All right, friends. Okay. That's all for now. I will give you the timetable, which unit will be completing in which month, and when the mock test will happen. Everything I will give you. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all for now. I'll share the recorded. I hope the session is little bit useful to all of you.